Speaking of Latins,
Yeah.
people are saying this is Charo at Disney. Have you seen this?
That's her.
Nightmare.
And that's me. Sit. You like that picture? Sit there on offside.
Is that Charo?
Ew. Your mom's way classier. I'd like to say something. I'm not a Disney adult by any stretch.
No.
Is this Disneyland? This appears to be Disneyland, correct? Not Disney World.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, last time we were at Disneyland, I felt that it wasn't indicative of a real classy Disney experience. Like the people they're hiring now are not upholding the Disney brand. They're being rude. They're being like too casual.
Welcome to the fucking new world, dude. This is everything.
I don't like it.
This is everything after COVID, honestly.
You think, what is that? It's just like they can't find people?
Yes.
Like normal people?
Yeah.
This is disgusting.
You get these
Imagine
bottom
your fucking
feeders
kid.
working everywhere now. You get these. I'm serious. Every fucking service person is dog shit now. They're the worst. Yeah. And I'm talking to you. If you have a job
Jesus
like that,
Christ,
you suck.
Tom.
They're the
No,
worst. Yeah,
they're
they
not
do.
all suck.
They're all fucking losers.
No.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. You guys are the worst.
Disneyland workers who flick their tongues out at you.
No, they suck.
She doesn't get included. No, because when we took our boys to Disney last year, I noticed that the staffers they're not like upholding the Disney vibe anymore.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
No, it's not the same.
It's not the same.
But I was making the comment more seriously about the service industry. It's totally different now.
Stop.
It's
It
true.
hasn't bounced back.
Definitely not.
You don't feel that anymore.
Any type of go to restaurants, hotels, airlines, every place that there's some
airlines
type,
are always atrocious.
but it's worse.
Yeah.
It's all worse.
It's way worse. The airlines are garbage.
The hotels are worse.
Yeah.
Restaurants are worse.
Because
Yeah.
I don't leave the house as much anymore.
Because people
I don't go out.
left who had some of these jobs and they replaced it with the fucking B squad. Actually, like the C squad.
Yeah.
So that's who has the job now.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sucks.
We had a waiter. You remember the waiter
Yeah.
in Sedona who like
How do I describe what it was like?
it was like too much. And he
Yeah.
had like rehearsed.
He had
like,
bits. He had bits.
I hate the bits. I've been a server at a high-end French restaurant. I've been a server. I've been a cocktail waitress. I've worked at many levels.
I don't know what yes.
And there's a way to give service to people where it's not disingenuous, like, hey, how are you doing? I can tell you didn't like that a bunch. Or like, he had stock
can I tell you
lines for
something, though?
everything. I hated it.
As somebody that makes fun of people all the time, I can't mock those people in front of them. Do you know what I mean?
Well, that's mean, yeah.
I don't. Yeah. Is it like just a nice thing that I'm doing?
Yes, because
I
it's
can't.
mean.
I sympathize with and I just go along
course.
and I never mock them. That guy.
Oh my God.
Man, it starts with just like the approach to the table. He
Oh
goes,
my God.
"Hey, like."
Yeah, it's too
I'm
much.
Jeff. I'm gonna be taking care of you guys tonight. Where are we in from? Where's everybody coming from?
Oh,
and right away, I'm
shit.
like, oh, shit. But I still go. I don't mock them. I go, I'm coming from Austin. He's like, Austin Longhorns, and you're like, yeah. And he's like, what are we celebrating? Whenever everybody tells me what are we celebrating, I always just go dinner.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We're just here,
Yeah,
guys.
we're just here
It's
eating.
fucking hula hands. There doesn't have
And-
to be a celebration.
Birthdays, anniversaries, a special occasion. I'm like, just dinner. It's evening. We haven't eaten dinner yet. And then he's like, okay, all right. Oh. And then he just runs through his bits. And I got a little special something here off the menu. Then he does like, oh yeah, there's like a seafood thing. He's like, but it's not local because there's no ocean.
right.
And you're like, no, I know.
We got the bit.
He's like, flew it in, but I promise, didn't come in last week. And then he starts laughing at all his stuff, and I'm like, and you have to go like, yeah, because there's no ocean. And
No.
I know, but I can't mock him.
He's like Colin Robinson, the emotional vampire,
Vampire, oh,
from
yeah.
What We Do in the Shadows. Like waiters can drain you of your life supply.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you something, as someone that's been a waitress,
He's a career waiter, that guy.
He is, and he provides excellent service. We'll
Yeah,
say like
he did a great
the
job.
level of service was great. Like he totally did his job. But I think when you become the main character in someone's dinner, you're also robbing that table of them just having an experience at a restaurant. Because now you're like the life of the party. They don't need you to be the life of the party. You're just there to bring their food.
He's doing his best. That's the other thing, right?
I know, but as like I said, like he doesn't need to every 5 seconds you're like, pardon my reach. Like it's fine. You don't need to pardon the reach. Just get the cup out of my fucking life, okay? And then they give 500 plates for one thing. You know what I mean? Like, just fucking, it's okay. You don't have to come every 2 seconds. Everything okay? Or how's everything tasting? Like, just shut the fuck up. Don't worry.
Everybody's still good?
You're still good. Yeah, I'm fucking still good. I'll let you know. It's too much service. And what I learned in a French restaurant when I worked at a French restaurant, you know what they teach you in a French restaurant? Is that when you're not bringing food to tables or waiting, you just stand in the room.
Yeah.
You stand up against the wall with your hands,
Yeah.
just and if they need you, they call you.
You read people, right? You read body language.
Yeah, you're just looking. You just
Right.
look.
That's because you know what that takes though, because
me.
I learned this from Acme Comedy Club is one of the best comedy clubs in the country. So for people that don't know how the way most comedy clubs work is you're on stage, right? You're performing. Everybody has ordered. Everyone knows about 2-drink minimum, right? And then this thing that all comedians get to know, the check drop.
Yeah.
What that means is usually like 45 minutes into the headliner set, every server will drop the check for the people to pay before the show ends. And it always destroys the momentum of what you're doing on stage.
It's the worst.
But most comedy clubs don't care, right? They're just like, who cares?
Time to get that money.
So you're on stage, you're like in the middle of, let's say, like your best, most well-structured bit.
It's a closer because you're working.
Yeah, you're working towards your closing, and then they're just like, you got to pay. Is that a Visa? We don't take American. Like, and you're like, cool, and then you just deal with it, right? So you just what ends up happening is, as a seasoned comedian, you start to learn that like if that check drop happens, pivot to something that doesn't need their focus.
Yes,
because they can't focus while they're paying their bill. So anyway, like the first time I did Acme, I remember I got off stage and I was like, man, everybody paid attention. I was like,
what's that?
Is there
like?
no check drop here? And they're like, oh no, there is. And I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't notice though.
Yeah.
And they go, oh no, we give people their checks throughout the show depending on their pattern of ordering and consuming. And I was like,
there you go.
So what they're doing is, let's say somebody has a beer, and then their second one, they're nursing it.
Right.
And it's 20 minutes into the show. They will just quietly put the bill there, and they go, this person's not going to be consuming.
Yep.
Somebody else, let's say, orders a bucket of beers. They go, well, that's all they're going to order.
Yeah.
So then they give them their bill.
Yeah.
18 minutes in. So it's staggered so that like when that 45-minute, 50-minute time comes, there's not a massive drop. They are
Smart.
just, and I was like, oh,
That's
but
so
what it
smart.
takes is like thought,
nuance,
and they train the servers. They go, watch the person.
Yeah.
Like watch how they do it, and then drop it at the appropriate time.
Right. Because let's say, God forbid, the guy with the 6 bucket of beers wants more alcohol.
Yeah.
Great. Reopen the check.
Do it again.
And then I'd rather take the time as a server to reopen a check in the middle of the show versus at the very end of the night having a stack of fucking, you have to close out everybody's bill.
And then
it's a lot of work. Oh, you just watched a YMH highlight. Did you love it? Why don't you have more fun? Click around. Click here, click there, click everywhere. Put a clicker in your beehole. Look, try it out. Have more fun. Why don't you subscribe? That way, every time a video drops, you can be notified. You don't have to think about it. Just do it, man. You're not going to miss a moment of denim. Pull your jeans up, subscribe.